Zangpo and welcome. I'm Devika Pradhan, and with me today I have one of the former civil servants who served around 3 decades of his life to the nation, who also happens to be one of the former Zondas and the former Director General of Tourism Council of Bhutan. Today we are here to particularly talk about a book he has written. It is actually his second book, Hercules of Tongchudrak. So I'm happy to be joined by Tongchudrak to discuss about this book in depth. So welcome, sir. And to begin with, I would like to ask you what really inspired you to come up with this book.
Actually, started in 2016 when I was serving in Gaza. I came across a character called Israel character. His name is Phuba. And the name of the book, actually Hercules of Tongchudrak, is actually in respect of that character actually. So the Hercules of Tongchudrak is actually a Phuba of Laya. He's come from Laya. So when I met him and the way he was conducting himself over 2 to 3 years, I thought maybe this would be a good learning if I share his story with others. Then maybe our public service, basically the service delivery, it might motivate, it might inspire the whole people who are involved in the public service delivery. So that was my first inspiration from him. But then after that, actually by 2019, when I got transferred to Thimphu in a different job, then this has almost like died actually. So I thought maybe now I will be not continuing with this book. Then the second inspiration came in 2023 actually, because you know that by 2022 our nation has already embarked on the national transformation, and by 2023 we already completed 1 year of our transformation. And since I was also fully involved in this transformation process, since I was an active civil servant there, I thought after 1 year of transformation, things should have changed, the way we conduct ourselves. Myself including, whether it is in public service, civil service, or whether in corporate sector, or whether in private sector, even in financial institutions, because the book starts with some anecdotes from all these three sectors: private, public, corporate. How they have been actually lacking in delivering these services. So I thought since things were not really improved even after 1 year, then I thought maybe this would be a good time for me to restart, rekindle the initiative which I have started in 2016 with this Hercules of Tongchudrak.
Yes. So does it mean that you started this as a part of what you were doing and not as a real motive to actually publish a book? Because I believe it came as a compilation of a sort of journals that you were mentioning.
That's true, yes. I think maybe I didn't say this. Yeah, so I started compiling the story of this, the Tongchudrak, the Hercules of Tongchudrak Phuba, because the way he conducted himself was so inspiring. So that was part of my journal. And then I continued to add in my journal the various incidents, the anecdotes, the cases, the real cases wherein I faced some challenges. And not only me, I could see others also facing challenges. So when I kept on compiling this, then by 2018-19 I thought maybe I will publish a book. But then, as I said, by then when I got transferred here, then I thought maybe I'll not publish.
Yes. Since the title of the book itself says Hercules of Tongchudrak, and when I went through the story, it depicts this strong character of a man called Phuba, as you mentioned earlier, like how he invested so much of his time into diverting that. And yes, I believe there could be a special reason that you decided to keep this as the title of the book from all the anecdotes that you have shared in the book. So if you would like to talk more about that.
Yes, definitely. Because at the back of my mind, the main objective of this book is to share through my experiences how things are not working. Basically, whether it is in public service delivery by civil servants, by ministries, government, or by corporate sectors, or by private sectors, we know at this point in time things are not perfect. Of course, we are not really hoping it to be perfect, but things are not even at the adequate level. Everywhere you go, people are still complaining, in terms of service delivery, that they are not getting services in time, they are not getting a fair deal, some are getting better deals, some are not getting. So these kind of challenges are always there. So my since the main objective of this book is to inspire, give example to Bhutanese who are actually providing services, to give an inspiration to them, then I thought this Aphuba, which I think you have nicely summarized, basically he also depicts that kind of a character, very strong character. He has a mission to divert in one place called Tongchudrak, a river actually, for the benefit of, for the ease of people walking, not only people, even the horses, because those days when we go from Gasa to Laya, Tongchudrak would be a kind of a midpoint, and there's a big river, and then in the summertime, especially if you cannot cross the river, then you have to climb over, you know, a big, huge cliff, and that would actually add to your walking time almost by 1.5 hours. But if you divert the river, and then that means you can walk along the river course, then you would pass that stretch in about 5 minutes. So that was his objective, basically to ease out the walking for both the human and for the animal. And that project actually he has started since 1992, it seems. 1992. So when I was there, it was in 2015. So almost more than 20 years has passed, and he was, every year he was doing this, despite the risks involved, because especially in summer the river is really goes big, and despite that we see them most of the time just along that river, on his own way, trying to divert the river. So that was his determination. He had set one goal and he's not giving up. So that is such a strong character, and also there's nobody to monitor him. He's doing it on his own. So similarly, I was thinking, we also as a civil servant, we should not be doing our work only when somebody is monitoring us. No, it's not.
It is enriching how you beautifully connected the tale of Aphuba and connected with the duties that every civil servant holds. To add upon that, while you were serving there as the Zonda of Kasa district, so I believe Aphuba was still in his this quest to do his work. So in your capacities, how did you help Aphuba during that time?
Personally and professionally, I gave him my full respect, because I'll share with you again, when I joined, when I was joining Gasa Zonghak as a new Zongda there, my well-wishers, whether it is from the Zonghak or from other places, they, with a very good intention, they have actually advised me to keep away this person, because as I said, he started to work from 1992. Yeah, so they used to tell me, advise me, you better keep this person away from you. He's a troublemaker. Yeah. But then I said, no, let me do my own assessment. And, I didn't go by there. While they meant well for me, but then since I made my own decision, so therefore, from the very beginning, I gave him my full respect. I mean, one major issue that he brings to the Zonghak administration is he puts in a bill actually, because he claims that, of course, he has invested, he has spent, but now since this is he, at the same time, since he's doing it for the public, he also wants his expenses to be compensated. So that actually bothers the Zonghak administration. But then, despite this, even in my predecessors, they have also helped him in getting some fund paid to him. And even during my time, I think with support from higher ups, I think I also managed to pay him almost like 300,000 actually as a reimbursement to his expenses.
Yes. Apart from that tale, is there any specific moment that you can recollect while you were serving in Kasa that actually was a crucial part of this book?
Actually, second last chapter is titled Lady Hercules of Gaza. So that character also quite similar. She's also on her own. She's a widow for almost, I think, 20-30 years, I think. But they share kind of a similar character. That is another, interesting, inspiring story that I have in this book. While majority, the main theme is to bring out what things are not working so that we learn from our mistake. But there are also anecdotes and stories of a people, character, even in public service, civil servant who have done excellently, you know. So we also have a very good example. So it's not just the shortcomings, but we also have some great inspiring stories in this.
Yes, so you have balanced it quite well. Yes. So to follow with that, I also read some of the feedbacks from readers, and some even pointed out that this book points out the gap between the aspirations that we have at the nation level and the action that actually takes place in the ground level. So what do you have to say about it?
I think you have summarized it very well, thank you. So basically, we have a very, like for example, as I said, we have embarked on national transformation, and the vision and the goals and the ambitions are so, you know, so immense and so big to make our country a prosperous, a developed nation within 10 to 15 years, you know. So it's such an ambitious target we have. But at the ground level, as in the Tongchudrak section I was telling, things are still more or less same actually. I mean, of course, there definitely will be some improvement, but I feel that the improvement level, you know, is not to that level which it should be. People are still complaining. You know, we still hear feedbacks from the people who are, seeking services, that things are getting delayed, things are not getting answered, things, you know, you go, and also there is a discrepancy, discriminations, and so basically the disconnect, the ambition, the visions are, you know, very high, very ambitious, but then at the ground level, if this doesn't change, it doesn't improve, then it will be really difficult not to make this connection. So basically my book also trying to say this, we need to improve this. I mean, all of us. I'm saying, I also want to clarify this, I'm not finger pointing to anyone. This is our, you know, and also, you know, I need to say this, if this book was written by a foreigner, then I think it is not authentic. Then they will say, oh, a foreigner, what does he know about this? What does he know about our situation? You know, so that will be not real and authentic. But since I, as a Bhutanese, have written about this, I have talked about this, I think it should make some sense actually. To change this and to make this better connection, you know, the vision and at the ground level, I feel it is very simple actually. I feel that we don't need extra human resources. I don't think we need extra resources. I'm basically saying we just need to change our attitude, our mindset, and our outlook. While it is so simple, but at the same time, since it is about the changing in mindset and attitude, it's also, you can say, is also difficult. So therefore, the other reason why I have this title as Hercules of Tongchudrak, Hercules of Tongchudrak, Hercules. Why is because normally when we talk about something that is really big and huge that you cannot do, you know, something very difficult task, or, you know, we say is in Herculean task, isn't it? So I was thinking at one point in time when I was trying to title this book, now the public service delivery seems to be really, to improve this seems to be really an Herculean task, because we have been talking this for last 20, 30 years. Still people are talking the same thing. So maybe it is an Herculean task, maybe. So therefore, we need Herculeses, like Aphuba. We need, maybe we, all of us Bhutanese have to become a Hercules or Herculeses, you know. Then maybe we can change or improve our public service. At one point in time, that was my thinking, and the reason why I had this Hercules as the title. But at the same time, is an irony. It is actually not Herculean. It's such a simple thing to bring this change. You don't need anything. You just need to change your mindset. You just start thinking, you know, the other person. I gave one example in Dzongkha. I think I'd like to give this, if I have time. Like for example, when let's say I'm in an office, I'm having my coffee. It's my coffee time. I get a call in a mobile. Now these days, you see, if your number is saved, you'll know who is this. Now when I see on my mobile screen, if I see, you know, this is a ABC, and I know the ABC is very highly connected and very wealthy and very powerful, and she has done me some favor in the past. Now she will be able to help me in the present, and even in future she is going to be definitely helpful to me. I have that kind of a attitude and mindset towards this woman. Then I immediately receive a call. Even if I'm enjoying my coffee, I'll just leave it and I just attend to her. And then even if she asks, "Are you busy?" I'll say, "No, I'm not busy. I'm at your service." Now just imagine another situation. I get another call. I'm having coffee, and I see, okay, now their number is saved, and I know this person, but he's kind of nobody to me. He will not make any difference to me whether I help him or I not help him, whether he's happy with me or not happy with me. He will not make any difference to me. Yeah. So he's that type of person to me. Then I say, okay, he can wait. Let me enjoy my coffee. Yeah. Then the third scenario could be I get a call and there's a unknown number. You don't know. Again, I'll say, oh, never mind. I don't know whose number. So let me enjoy my coffee. So all these three scenarios are happening because of your mindset. Now we need to change the mindset, saying that regardless of who this is, whether his number is saved or not saved, whether it is ABC or whether it is somebody Tashi who I know is not going to make any difference, or a nameless number, my duty, if I'm a civil servant, I have taken an oath, when you join civil service, to provide my services and without fear and favor, so I should immediately pick a call and then try to see, how I can help, We are here with a responsibility. And earlier I was also saying, like when I was a DG, most of the time, sometimes, I might get carried away. Okay, I'm DG, so I have a certain authority. Now, and at the same time, I have a responsibility to deliver service, So what mistake I have done, or I could have done, is instead of focusing on providing what services I should provide, how can I improve my services to, service seeker, I will be kind of engrossed with my position. I'm the DG, so I have this certain authority. If I can stop this, yes, maybe I'll be more happy. Yes. So what I'm saying is, everyone will have your own designations, own positions, but those are just there, But important is, what are you there for? What is your mandate? What you are supposed to do, I think we need to focus on that. And if each and every one of us go towards that, I think things can be much better. This is what I feel.
With that, are you also suggesting that not everyone, but some of the bureaucrats, they often get carried away by the post that they have instead of providing the services?
I feel like that because now another clarification I want to repeat is, I'm not just talking about civil servants here. I'm talking about across. I'm talking about corporate sector. I'm talking about private sector also. It is across, yeah. Because normally when you talk about public service delivery, we just try to corner the civil servants. Actually, what I'm saying is, it is across, yeah. The problem. And at the same time, as I said earlier, there are also great doers, in all this various sector. But overall, in generally, I feel because of your mindset, when you have a certain position, then I feel that we tend to get carried away with this position, authority, and then when you get carried away with authority, means then when you want to stop somebody, if you want to delay, instead of, if you can provide this service right now, instead of doing this, if I feel that no, I have to show my authority, means then I will say, even if I can do now, I will say, if I don't know you well, then I will say, come after half an hour, or maybe come tomorrow. Actually, I can just take decision just now. Okay, you're done, but I may not do that because of my mindset, because I have certain position. If I make things so easy, then say, so therefore, I think that could be one major challenge just now. I feel, but all these are my own thinking. I could be challenged by anyone. So these are all my own interpretation.
Plus, we have talked a lot about transformation. So in your 32 years of service to the nation as a civil servant, have you noticed any changes, or has it been the same throughout? About the way that people function in the nation?
No, there are big changes, definitely, yeah. Very good changes, big changes are coming in. But what I'm saying is, it is not adequate. Especially after 2022, when the nation embarked on a transformation means so many major changes have taken place, at least organizationally, system-wise, policy-wise, vision-wise, massive changes, no? But we as the citizens, I'll not say just civil servants, the citizens, we also need to now change the way we conduct ourselves, to start with the way we, our mindset. So that I feel has not really reached that adequate level. But definitely comparing last 20 years, last 10 years, last 5 years, we have come a long way. That we need to acknowledge. As I said, even in this present system, there are many people who are doing exceptionally well, performing, doing in the service of the nation. That is definitely there. But since we are talking about transformation, I feel that it has to be 100%.
It has been great to not only read about your experiences that you have written very well and also spoke about it eloquently. So in the future, do you have any plans to come up with another book?
Yes, actually I'm working on 2 books, which are quite straightforward. Not like this is my first book was a novel, actually, Escapist, but of course that also had some objective. It was about a woman empowerment and like that. But the next 2 books are going to be quite straightforward. I think I'm writing one on tourism, maybe discuss our tourism policy, and is not for any other reason, but basically my love for this profession, and also I love reading and writing, so it just keeps me busy.
When you came out with this book and you decided to share this collection of stories to the world last year in September, how well was this book received?
Yeah, so in terms of the readership is very small here in Bhutan, as you very well know. Maybe I have just circulated or sold, or you can say, maybe around just about 300, I think 300, 400. So that's the number. And then of course it is also online, is on Amazon, both on Kindle and also the normal print. But there also sales, readership is not so high. So, but those who have read, they have a very good feedback. Basically, they appreciate. They think that this is very timely. Especially with this transformation and civil service reform and all, they feel that this is a very timely book, and wherein this can further help in this transformation process.
Yes, thank you so much. Any last message to the audience, and who do you all think should really read this book?
Yes, thank you. So if I am given this opportunity to make a wish, yes, I would like to request all Bhutanese to read, especially at the higher level. I think in whether it is in bureaucracy or whether in corporate, I think at the leadership level, and also of course everyone, if they can read, this might give them, at least trigger them some self-reflection, that is my objective. And then the second important thing I also like to express is definitely this is not finger pointing. This is about ourselves. As I said earlier, if it was written by a foreigner, then it will be like finger pointing. But this is written by my Bhutanese, an authentic Bhutanese. So it is about ourselves, our shortcoming, and basically with the hope that by sharing this shortcoming, we could learn from our mistakes, and then we try to improve the way we conduct ourselves, deliver services, whatever it may be.
Yes, thank you so much for taking out this time and joining us. So it was great to not only read this on the pages, but also hear from the author himself. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thank you.